Hey guys, welcome into my channel. This is the Insight of Your Mind. I'm feeling some, whatchamacallit, oracle cards today. So that's what we're going with. At least right now. We'll see. So let's just see what we have for the collective today. Your higher self you'd like to bring through. Source, spirit, universe. Patience, power. All right. And, okay, heart chakra. Woo! We'll take that one here. Okay. I feel like I need this last one. I cut the deck and intuition was there first time, so there we go. Okay. So if you're new to my channel, I am essentially just trying to figure out my power. I'm trying to figure out how I channel best, how my intuitive gifts work. I'm someone who's not traditionally, I guess, spiritual. I'm not religious. I didn't grow up religious. I didn't grow up with religion in the household within like any way, shape, or form. Same with politics. No way, shape, or form. I mean, we all say that, but like at the same time, it's like everything is inherently political in a sense. But all this to say, I'm trying to determine what works best for me when it comes to channeling, what works best for me when it comes to accessing my higher self, my intuition, and basically walking the path that Source, God, Creator, like whatever word you want to use, has set me on, the trajectory that I'm on. And so what I find very useful for me personally, thus far, with the readings I've done with individuals, and just with a few confirmations back on here, I enjoy just looking at the cards themselves and just seeing what comes to me from that alone. Tarot is something that I've memorized some numerology and just kind of like the general meaning of like, you know, each suit, whatever you would want to call it, and like kind of the overall feel, but then kind of the same thing there. Like a lot of these cards that I use, the tarot cards I have actually have just a lot of imagery on them. And for me personally, I will just look at that imagery, take into account the obviously like cups, wands, whatnot, pentacles, the number, and then I'll kind of just go from there and just see what comes to me. How I arrange the cards might be a little different, or which direction in which I tend to use them. So I guess like it's kind of just all intuition, all of it. Very intuitive in my readings. So yeah, that's me. My name is Jocelyn. Welcome to the Insight of Your Mind. Because that's all that channeling really is, right? It's just like I'm here to basically articulate to you what you already know within, but maybe aren't necessarily, or even just confirmations, but maybe things that you know within already, but aren't necessarily leaning into, aren't necessarily wanting to look at right now, or maybe just like little insights of things that are just like needed for you to continue to take the steps in the right direction. But like what I personally feel is just like this in itself is just something, it's a tool, right? Divination in itself is a tool. So this is something that I'm utilizing as a tool right now to tap into and access and work on my intuition. In the future, I may be completely moved away from cards, guys. I have no idea. Or maybe they'll just be a normal, one of the many tools. But that's where we're at right here, right now. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. This is a reading for a collective. So we have Patience out here. This is one of the major arcana cards of this deck. You're like, yeah, right now you're at a point, this is kind of a waiting period as you're coming into your power. The patience and the seeds that you planted are growing right now. They are being birthed. Your intuition is also like really like we got like a lot of major arcana cards out here right now. Your intuition is something that is also awakening right now. There's a door that you're about to be walk through, or a door is about to be presented to you. An opportunity is about to come knocking on the door, and your intuition is tied to all of that. So really make sure that you are, it looks like tapping into your heart chakra, making sure you're maintaining that open, balanced, receptive state. There's just a lot going on, a lot of movement, a lot of choices, a lot of decisions when it comes to every area of your life. Like this month right now is going to be a huge month for you guys. And it's all about you just really coming into your power and your intuition. But like while you're in that, making sure that you are continuing to flow, continuing to be patient with the process, can be continuing to be patient and kind to yourself, continuing to continue pouring into yourself the way that you have been. That is why you are here, is because of how much you've been pouring into yourself, how much work you've been doing, how much you have been working to rewire your brain. So at this time, just continue doing exactly what you're doing, leaning into it, honing your power, leaning into your intuition, and not just balancing your heart chakra, but balancing all your lower level chakras regularly. Anything else? Just make sure when it comes to your intuition, if you're wanting to continue to work on that and hone that, someone might be asking like, how do I do that? Like, set yourself some routines around spiritual practices. Have something going for you. So for me personally, like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? Like, and you'll start to like, I don't know, I guess you'll start to hone it as you continue to practice it. But for me personally, it's just like I wake up, I have affirmations, I do like my standard things. I'll make my bed, brush my teeth. I've begun, whatever, starting getting myself a bottle of water, because this is something for me personally, like this is something, not consuming enough water. Make sure you guys are drinking enough water. This is something that I struggle with. And so I've started getting up in the morning, doing that routine. I'll come out in my living room, I'll fill up my water bottle. I won't drink it yet because I don't like after I brush my teeth. Do a little yoga, do some meditation, 5-10 minutes of meditation. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'll usually like check out YouTube for a minute, see if I'll usually follow yoga along on my YouTube, and it's like anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. And so just establishing some sort of routine. Make sure that you're getting a nighttime routine as well. But I think the most important, night and evening are important, but when it comes to setting the trajectory of your day, the morning routine is going to be extremely important. Greet the world, greet the day, greet the universe, greet your God, greet your guides when you wake up, like start the day with that mindset. Don't touch your phone when you first get up. Sorry, I just got distracted. Beautiful bird out there. I felt like something was trying to come through. I'm just hearing like this is a time to take flight. You're learning to use your wings. So be kind to yourself. Be gentle. There's so much coming. Okay. I want to grab one more. Yeah. Pay attention to your body. Make sure you're treating your body right. Make sure you're getting your food and eating habits right. That's going to be able to help you attune to your body easier as well, right? Because if you're trying to tap in to your gifts, to your intuition, and you're not feeding yourself regularly, you're not consuming water regularly, it's going to be a little confusing when you're feeling certain feelings. Like, right, is that nausea coming because you're hungry? Is that nausea there because you need to drink some water? Is that nausea there, or is that nausea there because it's your intuition? It's a bad feeling, right? Like you shouldn't be in that place, or you're making the wrong decision, or it's a warning. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you're keeping up on your hygiene. Make sure that you're keeping up on your health overall, so that you can be more in tune with your body, right? And like we want to do that those things anyways, regardless if it's just about being in tune with our bodies, because at the end of the day, like everything goes back to self-love. And if you're not loving and like treating your body as this vessel, as this temple, as they say, right, then it's like you're missing that piece of the self-love. And I'm not saying you got to like start like busting your ass and going to the gym 10 days, 5 days a week, whatever. But it's just like making sure that you are getting regular exercise. Like, you know, I think the average thing that I often hear within like a community is just like making sure that you're moving like for a 30-minute period of exercise throughout the day. So going for like a 30-minute walk, doing 30-minute yoga, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, or going to the gym for an hour. It doesn't really matter. Getting on the treadmill, just making sure that you are moving, that you're getting that in whatever way works for you, right? Dancing in your living room, like it doesn't matter. Swimming. So, and then obviously, like if you're more passionate and like it's like exercise is your thing, then get into it, go hard. But like when we're practicing self-love, which was really what everything's about, you guys, like we have to be willing to commit to our bodies as temples as well. And that doesn't have to be, you know, a fight, because you're also wanting to honor and appreciate it where you are right here, right now, right? I don't want to be looking at myself and being like, man, I don't like my body right now. I can't wait to get it like this. It's like, no. Like, man, I really appreciate and love my body for how she is right now and how much she shows up for me and how much she does for me and provides for me on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to continue to treat her well, and I'm going to get her looking this way. Like, you know, like it's coming from a place of like love as opposed to a place of like where you're putting yourself down and like not like appreciating the now is really what it is. All right. Mm-hmm. Woo, okay. Yeah, just back to intuition. So, it's perfect. So intuition came out here twice. So I think right now is, let's just see what that says. Hold on. I just feel like reading this one from the book. Okay, 35. We have Queen Nandi. She's the goddess of intuition, Zulu. Temple of Queens, element fire. I want to respect her, so I'm going to read this. Queen Nandi was the mother of a warrior king Shaka Zulu. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant and her belly resulted from an Ishaki beetle sting. But Nandi knew her son would be great before he was born. So her guidance is, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. The embodiment of this, what is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye, center of your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your instinct. Don't overthink it. Follow your instinct. The Creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, the signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down. Go for a walking meditation. Be present with nature and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, see, and sense your guidance. Your goddess declaration is, I am knowing. Or God declaration, God is God. Okay, because, you know, my readings, I think, are gender neutral. Part of me feels like they're not, which is odd. So maybe that's part of mine. If these are resonating for men, let me know. So if not, you know. But maybe it's just like divine feminine energy, you know, because the intuition is very much linked to our feminine energy, that connection to source. which is what feels like is awakening right now collectively for all of us, is this divine feminine awakening, because our world has been ruled by this masculine energy. And as we can see, that has not really done much good in this on this earth. Because we're not allowed to, like, we need both. We need both, but we need an equal balance of both. And right now the world, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, is very unbalanced in those energies. The divine feminine is awakening. These are all just words at the end of the day, right? Like yin yang, like whatever. They're all words. Everything is so beyond words. Okay. This reading felt really good. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being with me here on this journey. I'm glad I can be here with you guys on your journey. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see what the future holds for all of us. And don't contain your joy, because this is something that I do often and I'm starting to step outside of. And so I don't know if someone else needs to hear that as well, but if you're feeling just fucking giddy as fuck, like, just let it out, okay? Who gives a fuck? You don't have to shrink yourself in any way, shape, or form to make others comfortable, okay? If anything, like, the world needs that joy, that the world needs this, like, uncaged, like, energy of just love and joy and happiness and giving and receiving and just, like, you know. Okay. All right, I love you guys so much. I will catch you guys in the next one. Hit subscribe. I feel weird saying that. Whatever. All right, I love you guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.